So when I was doing my 10-year expansion rebuild a couple weeks ago with the Seattle Supersonics, I had a good idea for my next expansion rebuild. All right, so before we get into today's rebuild, make sure you join my March Madness bracket. Link in the description. It is absolutely free to enter. You can have up to 25 different brackets. First place gets $100, second gets $50, third gets $25. We got over 7,000 people in here already. Go join, link in the description. Let's get into the video. And that is going to be taking control of an expansion team 5 years into the future. So what is going on, everybody? How is everybody doing today? Usually when I'm doing my 10-year rebuilds and I add expansion teams 4, 5, 6 years in the future, I'm like, I wonder what that would be like starting in 2028 with your team. And that is what we are going to be doing today with the New Jersey Generals. We are going to be in the Atlantic Division. The Central and Southeast divisions will stay the same. We're going to throw the Thunder in the Southwest, just makes sense geographically. And then the Vancouver Huskies are going to be thrown up there in the Northwest Division. Welcome back to the NBA. Just, I guess, not the Vancouver Grizzlies. They'll be the Huskies. So what's also nice about controlling an expansion team, we should get a draft pick for this upcoming draft, or at least I hope so. And yes, the Huskies are going to be picking 5. We're picking 6. I assume that means maybe we're going to get the top pick in the expansion draft if they get to decide that they're 5 and we're 6 in the draft lottery. And before we make any moves with this team going forward, just a quick update on what everything has looked like. So the MVPs in this video have been Luka Doncic, Nikola Jokic, Shea, back-to-back Wemby. In year 1, the Sixers beat the Thunder in 7 games. Embiid got Finals MVP. Giannis got his second ring the following year. Luka got his first in 26. Shea and the Thunder beat the Wizards in 5 in 2027. And then you had Isaiah Collier beat Luka and the Mavericks in 7 games in this most recent Finals. The Rookie of the Years have been Wemby, Alexander Sarr, and then we've had the New York Knicks, Roland Edwards, Bronny James a couple of years later because he, I guess, never played for the Hawks before that, and Zach Thomas of the Hornets. Here have been your 6 Man of the Years with Malik Monk, B-Ball Paul, Nikola Topic, Josh Giddey on the Knicks, and Zach Edey on the Magic. Depoys have all gone to Wemby. Most improved player has been Jalen Johnson, James Wiseman, Ron Holland, Bub Carrington, and Gregor Marks, who's an auto-generated guy, obviously. And your clutch player of the years have been KD, Trae Young, Luka, Ja, and then Trae, but in Toronto. And then coach of the years have been Joe Mazzulla, Mike Malone, Mark Daigneault back-to-back years, and Eric Spoelstra got another one. Wait, that's actually his first of his career. I did not know that. Okay. All right, so let's kind of figure out this coaching staff. So unfortunately for head coach, we all got blocked, so we're not getting Vogel, Ime Udoka, Darvin Ham, or Billy Donovan. But we are going to get Steven Silas. Yeah, we're going to poach him from the Detroit Pistons. It's a 1-year deal, though. We'll see how he does because obviously he was so bad his last head coaching job in Houston. So I put it on where teams can protect up to 10 players. So a decent amount should be kept. And like Jokic is a free agent. Don't worry, he won't be in the expansion draft. So I'm just going to try to find the best player that is not, or that's in the expansion draft that's not a free agent. Obviously, all these guys are free agents. That's why they weren't kept. So it's going to be Nikola Vucevic. Yeah, the expansion draft isn't going to be all that good. We do get the #1 overall pick. So you got Vooch, you got Tobias Harris, Terry Rozier, Chris Murray, who's actually been developing okay. He's 27 years old. Imagine that was Keegan Murray. Honestly, I may take Chris Murray because he's under contract for 2 years as well. So yeah, I'm going to take him from the Dallas Mavericks with my #1 pick. The Huskies are going to select Dallin Stevens here. Oh, wow, a 22-year-old 80 overall center. Well, maybe I messed up. Maybe I should have taken him. And then they got Vooch as well. You know what? Vooch is 37, so I'm not that upset. I'm going to have Terry Rozier come in. He's 34 years old, 16 mil this year, 16 mil next year. Could be a nice veteran for us, and we could always move him at the deadline as well. I'm going to snag Peyton Watson from the LA Lakers, under contract for 2 years, still just 25 years old. Next 2 picks were Tobias Harris and Precious Achiuwa. I'm going to take Andre Jackson from the Pelicans, good defender, still fairly young. And then I'm going to take Riley Kulig from the Bulls, who wasn't kept. 24 years old, played his rookie year last year in the 2024 draft as a second rounder, but could be a good 3-point shooter. Next 2 picks were Killian Hayes, okay, and then Marcus Smart. So I should have his team option. I'm going to take Bruce Allen here from the New York Knicks, who was a first-round pick in the 2025 draft. I see Rudy Gobert is there making $12 million. I don't think I'm going to go after him, but I'm going to go after Devin Carter, who wasn't kept from the Phoenix Suns, current prospect from Providence. Next up is Brandon Boston and Grayson Allen. You know what? I'm going to take PJ Washington here. At worst, he could be a trade piece for us. I'm going to take Zvonimir Ivicic from Kentucky. He was the 53rd pick in the 2024 draft. Next 2 picks were Zach Maxwell and then a guy by the name of Al Doyle. We do have a decent amount more picks. So I'm going to take Steve House. He's 22 years old, 75 overall, was the 25th overall pick a couple years ago. And then I'm going to go for Rodney Kerr. Can't say he's related to Steve Kerr at all. You have Gerald Clement, and then you also have Doug Ross going. So we do have 3 more picks. Not the greatest options in the world. We probably could use a center, so I'm going to take Rudy Gobert here. And then I'm also going to take, I think, Donnie Stokes from the Pacers. Next 2 picks is Spencer red, and then Max Strus, who I kind of wanted to take. So my final pick, I think, is going to be Nasir Little. So that is going to wrap up the expansion draft. We obviously have the 6th overall pick for the NBA draft. We're led by Terry Rozier, Chris Murray, Peyton Watson, Andre Jackson. I mean, I don't think it's a playing tournament team, but, you know, we do have some pieces going forward. And then taking a look at the mock drafts here, Terry Benjamin, number 1 overall, 7'3" out of South Florida. Okay, Byron Sharp out of DePaul going 2. Lambros, maybe don't want to... I mean, it would be a fun name to pronounce. Chase Wright could be pretty good out of, where is he, out of Cal. And then you have Dante Ellis out of Syracuse. Aren't able to really scout these guys at all, so I'm interested to see who we end up taking. With the number 1 overall pick, the Utah Jazz do take Artie Hurley, son of Dan Hurley or Bobby Hurley. I don't know, but he's an interesting pick there. Number 2, the Charlotte Hornets are going to trade the pick. All right, let's see who they traded for. Kristaps Porzingis and Wooga Poplar. Craig Ellis is the pick out of Georgia Tech. All right, or Craig Wells, excuse me. I don't know if I really agree with that pick. Cavs at 3 take Byron Sharp out of DePaul. Yeah, that looks like a pretty good player. I wonder if I could jump the Vancouver Grizzlies and trade up with the Kings at number 4, because Terry Benjamin is still on the board. And we did just get a ton of trade pieces from this expansion draft. So I will give you PJ Washington and 6 to jump the Vancouver Huskies, or excuse me, yeah, the Vancouver Huskies to go to 4. They agree to that. And I'm going to take Terry Benjamin. He's 22 years old. I hope he's good. I have no idea anything about him. He's from USF playing in the American Conference. And then the Vancouver Huskies take Rolf Temple out of Indiana State. It looks like I probably made the right decision. Highest overall player drafted so far. Hell yeah. So was he the highest overall player in this class? Horace Rush looks pretty good. I think so. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. We're getting off to a good start. And we took Donnie Whitehead there at 38. Doesn't look great, but I'll sign him. But unfortunately, it doesn't look like a great second rounder. Bruce Allen picking up the team option. Same with Devin Carter and Zvonimir Ivicic. We also will have cap space. And I think, you know what, like Donovan Mitchell maybe from the area, Jalen Brunson from the area as well. Like New Jersey, I think could be somewhat of a free agent destination. I don't know about year 1. I don't think I'm going to go out and sign Jokic. But like next year, we have a decent amount of centers. Power forward, we're fine. Small forward, we're fine. Shooting guard, we're fine. I mean, we could just see how we play next year. I mean, yeah, I don't know how, like, Zion Williamson, adding him to the fold. I mean, I think this rebuild could be around, like, 5 years long. So we'd get him till he's 33. Does he have, like, a real offer right now? Yeah, from the Rockets and the Pels. I don't really want a 32-year-old Karl Anthony Towns. Evan Mobley, though, is available. Him and Terry Benjamin in the front court going forward could be fun. And he has 0 offers out there. So you know what? That's like why I kind of want to do this as well, because I was going to have like top cap space 5 years in the future when nobody else has cap space. So I thought that could be fun. I don't think I'm going to get Bilal Coulibaly. We could get Bronny James, who's really good. Jeremy Shohan. There's Reed Shepard. But I'm going to offer Evan Mobley a deal, and we get him. Let's freaking go. So I wanted to make one big free agency splash in the first year. We'll see how Steven Silas could do with this team. Nuggets get Jokic back. Devin Booker goes to the Cavs. Donovan Mitchell to the Clippers. Zion leaves the Pels for the Rockets. Jalen Brunson goes to the Brooklyn Nets. All right, did the Huskies get anybody? Doesn't really look like it. All right, so Terry Rozier regresses, which is pretty much expected. Rudy Gobert took a huge regression hit, but he's an expiring contract. Could also be a great mentor for Terry Benjamin, and this is going to be our front court for maybe 5 years of this video. Unfortunately, we do have to cut somebody, so it's going to be Donnie Whitehead, our second rounder. All right, so for the first year of this team, I think Rozier and Riley Cool can be the backcourt. Chris Murray at the 3. He was our first pick in the expansion draft. Let's opt for Evan Mobley, Terry Benjamin in the front court, Peyton Watson, Andre Jackson, Bruce Allen, Zvonimir Ivicic. And then I think just because of the upside factor, I want to play Devin Carter, so I may not even play Rudy Gobert because he's getting up there in age. I think like Rozier, we could see 25 minutes from. Like, I'd like to see what we can get out of the younger guys this year. System proficiency under Steven Silas is 3-star pace and space. Let's go to 7 seconds though. 3.5 stars, I'll take that. Let's see how we look like on the first game of the season against the defending champions. We ended up losing by 20. Collier at 22-10. Bam at 20-13. Evan Mobley, good start to his New Jersey General career. All right, so we are here at the trade deadline. We are 27-22 in our first year in the NBA, so that's pretty cool. We are 13 games back of the 1 seed of Miami Heat. So the first game of the year was against the best team in the NBA. The Vancouver Huskies are 20-30. They're at the bottom of the Western Conference, but 20-30 isn't like the worst record in the world either. They have Bruno Jukic, okay, second overall in 2025. Tari Eason, Bam, Hero's still there. Jaime Jaquez there. They have Grady Dick, Okongwu, Tyus Jones, Nikola Jovic, Ben Simmons. All right, that's a very deep team over there in Miami. Looking at our player stats, Evan Mobley still running the show. Wish he had a better three-point percentage, and he had his free throw percentage back above 80%. But he's been good, obviously on both ends of the floor. Riley Kulig, dude's a beast. Let's go. Terry Benjamin having a very solid rookie year. Just don't need him to take any threes. I don't honestly think I'm going to make any trades at this deadline. I think we're going to roll with this team into the offseason because we have like our core, well, our small core of Evan Mobley, Chris Murray, I would say, and Terry Benjamin under contract, and like Peyton Watson's under contract. Maybe if I want to bring back Steve House, but like we can free up so much money with some of these guys leaving in free agency. So I don't think I'm going to extend anybody right now. And I'll see you guys at the end of the first full regular season. All right, Bronny, dude, like he's insane in these draft classes, but we get rookie of the year in Terry Benjamin. Let's go. Very good stuff. He's already 23 years old. Nikola Topic, 6 man of the year behind LaMelo Ball, I assume. Victor Wembanyama, Depoy once again. Riley Kulig, most improved. On the New Jersey Generals, hell yeah, let's go. Stephon Castle, clutch player of the year in Utah. Spoelstra goes back to back. Here's all NBA first team with Bronny, Luka, Shea, Jokic, and John Morant. Second team, Giannis, Wemby, Halliburton, Stephon Castle, and Trae Young in Toronto. Third team, Bruno Jokic on the Miami Heat. Okay, he's really good. Isaiah Collier as well. Sarr, Cunningham, and Booz Ellis in Cleveland. Yeah, I remember him winning Western Conference Finals MVP on Dallas before. We did get Terry Benjamin on all-rookie first team. So, did we make the playoffs or at least the play-in tournament? We did make the play-in tournament as the 7th seed. Here were the final stats from this year. We had 2 guys north of 16 with Kulig and Mobley. Terry Benjamin had a solid rookie year. Murray and Rozier got in double figures. Peyton Watson's efficiency was not great, so I may keep that in mind if I think he's in our long-term plans. And we're taking on the Chicago Bulls, who have Lonzo Ball, Kevin McCullough, Jesse Matthews, Keegan Murray. So you got Keegan versus Chris in this matchup, which is pretty cool. You got Derek Lively there, Kobe White, Obi Toppin, Carl Williams, Harnstein, a couple former Knicks, Trey Alexander. They got Fred VanVleet, Delano Banton, Philip Petrusev, Malcolm Brogdon is there. Tyler Kolek is there, Jalen Pickett, former Nittany Lion. All right, let's see what we can do here. First leg of the play-in. We can afford to lose 2 to still make the playoffs. I don't care either way. I think I would like to make the playoffs with this team. Start off year number 1 on a good note. Don't choke this in the fourth quarter. We're not going to do that. We end up winning by 17. Mobley with 23. Watson with 19. After I was talking some shit on him. Let's go. Terry Benjamin with a double-double in his first, I don't think this is a playoff game, but in his first like meaningful game. And we avoid the Miami Heat, which is nice. We're going to be taking on the Milwaukee Bucks with Rob Dillingham, who's an 88. All right. Jalen Suggs in the backcourt. That's pretty sick. Jed Howard at the 3. Giannis 4. Time Lord at the 5 with Mark Williams off the bench. Euros Pavic out of Slovenia. Well, they developed him in the second round. Or did Boston? Boston kind of developed him. GG Jackson, Isaiah Joe, Josh Hart, Terrence Mann, Chumo KK off the bench. And let's see if we're able to pull off the upset. Game number 1 goes to the Milwaukee Bucks. Oh my God, we gave up 161. I thought our front court was supposed to be really good. Jeez, that is insane. Evan Mobley did have 32 and 12. Riley Kulig had 24, but that was not enough. Game number 2 goes to the Milwaukee Bucks. They blow us out, even though we scored 46 in that fourth quarter. Too little, too late. Game number 3 is going to go to the Milwaukee Bucks by 13. All right, just don't get swept, please. Game number 4, we got swept. So maybe I'd rather have just gotten eliminated in the play-in. Had a lottery draft pick. It's fine, though. The Heat ended up winning as well, so we probably would have lost that. The NBA Finals is a rematch from 2013 and 2014. Heat and the Spurs. Who's going to win it all? It's going to be the Spurs, and Wemby is your Finals MVP. So I'm glad I didn't draft Nikola Vucevic or Tobias Harris or Marcus Smart. They retired. Rudy Gobert retired. Kyrie retired. James Harden retired. We are going to get James Harden and Kyrie Irving, 2 former Brooklyn Nets, in the Hall of Fame. I do wonder if the Cavs would retire Kyrie's number for what he did for them in 2016 in the finals. The Celtics get the number 1 overall pick. The Nets at 2. The Kings, who we traded with on draft night last year, picking at number 3. We're going to be at 19. I think Steven Silas did a fine job, but if I can get one of these like good head coaches on the open market, I may take that. Like if I can get Joe Mazzulla, Ty Lue, Mark Daigneault, we should be able to get one of them. And then like Silas could have been a nice stepping stone for us. Shout out to David Fizdale as an assistant. Oh my God. We strike out on all 3 of them. And unfortunately, Steven Silas is not here anymore. So, yeah, we messed that up a little bit. I just can't seem to sign any head coach. Yeah, I don't know who my next head coach is going to be. This is insane. I may have to promote David Fizdale. All right, I'm just going to offer Owen Taylor a deal. Yeah, we're going to have to do it. All right, so we are on the night of the NBA draft. Not sure if I'm going to make a trade. And I'm going to make this trade with the Chicago Bulls since Gobert ended up retiring. We're going to get Isaiah Hartenstein, who could be a good backup center for Terry Benjamin. We are going to move down basically 1 pick to do so. We're going to be giving them 19 and Terry Rozier. So we're going to free up around $9 million with this deal. We have to throw in 2 seconds as well. The number 1 overall pick is Derek Moss out of UMass, staying in the state of Massachusetts. That's pretty cool, going to the Celtics. The Nets at number 2 are selecting Clay Jackson from BYU. Dalen Gibbs, 3, Illinois, going to the Kings. The Cavs at number 4 select Alfred Hunt out of Duke, and the Pacers at 5, Jay Reed out of Georgia. Best player looks like Dalen Gibbs, going to the Kings. And we select Sammy Chambers, not in the area, but you know what, adjacent to us state-wise. So yeah, we get him out of Syracuse. He's a little bit on the older side. He's 23, but he's a 75 overall out of the gate. We're going to pick up this team option on Steve House. Luke is a free agent. Jarvis Walker's a free agent. Okay. I don't know if I'm going to go sign Luka. I think guys that I would want back, I don't really need Rodney Kerr. Bruce Allen would be fine. Devin Carter, sure. Donnie Stokes, no. Zavonimir, honestly, no. But I will extend it to him. And Kulig, obviously, I do want him back. So, free agency time. Luka, Tatum. We don't have a point guard on the roster right now that I moved Terry Rozier. But the Pacers are throwing the absolute bag at him. So, I can offer, like, all these studs a deal. So, I want to give Anthony Edwards a contract. I may give LaMelo Ball a contract. You have Şengün, Jalen Green. But I think I may offer contracts to the 2020 guys. I never get Halliburton. So I'm going to offer him a bag. And then I will also offer LaMelo Ball the most I can as well. Seeing if any one of these guys wants to come to New Jersey and team up with Evan Mobley. Can we get one of them, please? Oh my God, I got all 3 of them. I got all 3 of them. Hell yeah, man. Let's freaking go. And I'm going to go with Halliburton. I am. I'm going to sign Halliburton. I don't know who I need to renounce the rights on. He's going to cost the most out of these guys, which is kind of brutal. Can I keep conversations open with Riley Kulig? Yes. Andre Jackson as well. Definitely not Bruce Allen. All right, that seems like it's it. Okay, that's fine. So we're going to get Tyrese Halliburton to run the show. Him and Evan Mobley. That's pretty sick. 3 years, $180 million. And yeah, him and Evan Mobley. We have Terry Benjamin. We have Chris Murray, Peyton Watson, Hartenstein. We'll see what Steve House or maybe the first round pick, Sammy Chambers, can do. All right, I want to see if I can get this Carl Williams guy from the Chicago Bulls. Can kind of be a combo guard for us. Actually, I'm not going to be able to do that because I don't want to renounce the rights on Andre Jackson or Riley Kulig. All right, so I'm going to give Andre Jackson a 2-year extension. Does that mean I'm still fine with Riley Kulig? Yeah, okay, good. So let's do that. For some reason, it's not allowing me to sign Riley Kulig, but I'm going to give Iota Sunmu a contract. Come on, I need Riley Kulig back. Can I do this? Let's go. Oh my God, Kulig wants $29 million a year. All right, I'll take him back on the QO. Luka went to the Warriors, Tatum back to the Celtics, Ant back to the T-Wolves, and then LaMelo, oh my God. They got Luka and LaMelo. That is insane. We're going to get Kulig back on the QO. Yes, we do. Here's the team next year with Halliburton, Mobley, Benjamin, Kulig, Dosunmu, Murray, Watson, Jackson. It's going to be a fun team. All right, so it's going to be Halliburton, definitely Riley Kulig, even though he'd be a fun 6-man, actually, like running that second unit offensively. You know, that's not a terrible idea. So I think Dosunmu can get like 22 minutes, or you know what? I think I'm actually going to play Andre Jackson there. Yeah, so Jackson can get like 24 minutes a night. Let's go 29 to Chris Murray. Let's go 32 to Benjamin, 35 to Mobley, 37 to Halliburton. I'd like to go 30 to Riley Kulig. I'm fine with just it being Watson, Dosunmu, and Hartenstein off the bench. Like Sammy Chambers could be in there if one of them struggles. Under our new coach, Owen Taylor, we are 3.5 star balanced. First game of the year at home against the Hawks, we ended up losing by 7. Halliburton shot 4 for 14 and 0 for 7 from 3. We start off the year 0-2, but Halliburton was a lot better. All right, so I think we can actually compete for a championship in the next, I guess, 4 championship appearances in this video. So Tyrese Halliburton, 26.5 and 11.5, freaking stud. 4 rebounds a night, 50, 40, 90. Yeah, he's doing just fine in New Jersey. Evan Mobley, year 2 in New Jersey. The efficiency's fine. Like the free throw percentage is up, which is encouraging. 3-point percentage is down. Field goal percentage is 48%. He's averaging 4.7 assists a night, a double-double. Terry Benjamin, hell yeah. He might win most improved in year 2. I made the right pick, trading up for him for sure. Riley Kulig off the bench, sharpshooter. I hope I can get an extension done with him. Chris Murray shooting 39% in the starting 5. This team could actually win a championship in just its 2nd year of existing. We're going to work on an extension with Chris Murray, 3 years, $36 million. And then we're going to do 2 years, $20 million for Peyton Watson. I would assume he's been fine, like efficiency-wise, but obviously he's now taking a lot of shots. I guess $9 million in 2030 is like the minimum at this point. So Bronny James wins MVP again. All right, Percy Watson. No, I don't think we're going to do the Peyton Watson Rookie of the Year. Looks pretty good, 15th overall pick. Elliot Cadeau, 6th Man of the Year in Cleveland. Wemby Depoy, most improved goes to Eric Brewer in Vancouver. And then Bronny Clark, Player of the Year. Luke Wallace and the Jazz won 69 games. So you have Bronny, Jokic, Shea, Donovan Clingan. All right, dude's a beast on the Huskies. And Halliburton, there we go, all NBA first team. Second team, you have Sarr, Collier, Luka, Wemby, and Ja. Third team, Bub Carrington. Boom, Evan Mobley, Rob Dill, Devin Booker in Cleveland, and Scoot Henderson still in Portland. Here is all defensive first team with Evan Mobley on the list. Love to see that. Couple Heat, couple Huskies. And we are the 1 seed in the Eastern Conference going up against the Philadelphia 76ers in round number 1. They still have Joel Embiid. They got Johnny Davis off the bench. It's not going to be too easy. I mean, we should win, but you never know with 2K. We could get bounced in round 1, but we have a really, really good big 3. You could say even big 4 with Riley Kulik being an absolute sharpshooter off the bench. I think he's going to continue to be the 6th man off the bench going forward. Andre Jackson, fine, shooting 39% from 3. He's literally the 3-and-D guy for us right now. Chris Murray, Mobley, Benjamin, Kulig. I think we're going to stick with the 9-man rotation. Dosunmu's role is going to be a little bit more thin, and Peyton Watson probably down to 17 minutes a night. So it's going to look like this. Halliburton is going to play 39. 30, maybe to Chris Murray, 37 Mobley. We'll do 34 to Benjamin and then 32 to Kulig. Can we beat Philadelphia in round number 1? Game number 1, we end up winning by 23 points. Chris Murray with 22, Mobley 21, Halliburton 23, Terry Benjamin 26. Game number 2 goes to Philadelphia. We ended up losing by 9 here. Benjamin 23 or 28, 13 and 8, 21, 10 and 5, 2 and 3 for Mobley, 32 for Risache. Game number 3 goes to Philadelphia. They end up winning by 4. Okay. All right. So we're down 2-1 to an 8 seed. Hate that. Game number 4, don't give it to Philly. All right. We tie it up. We end up winning by 24 points. Mobley with 32 and 8. He's been very good in the playoffs. Halliburton's averaging 25 and 12. Please don't lose game 5. That would be scary. Boom. There we go. We win by 15. Evan Mobley, you or him. Come on, let's advance. Let's win at 6. Thank you. Thank you. We don't lose to an 8 seed. We beat him by 2. Terry Benjamin, 29 and 19. Oh my God, look at those numbers. Look at those numbers. We 100% made the right decision by moving up to get him. We're going up against Washington, who beat Milwaukee in 7. They got the Rookie of the Year. They got Jaden Ivey, Tijan Salon, Kyle Kuzma, Alexander Sarr, one of the best players in the league. Nick Claxton, Mitchell Robinson off the bench. No shortage of big men in DC. All right, game number 1 against Washington. We end up winning by 1 point. All right, Alexander Sarr versus Evan Mobley and Terry Benjamin would be a lot of fun. They take home game 2. Sarr with 34, Avi with 23 and 11. Percy Watson versus Peyton Watson, kind of trippy. And they go up 2-1. All right, basically what happened last series. We got to lock in. Game number 4 goes to New Jersey. All right, we are now 2 games away from making it to the conference finals. Boom. Let's win at 6 again. Let's do it. Come on. This can be easy. This can be done. There we go. There we go. We're going to end up going up against Miami. Riley Kulik drops 30. Halliburton with 29-15. This team is really good. And Utah in the West is going to be taking on the San Antonio Spurs. So you have the 1 seed versus the 2 seed in both sides. We know how good Miami is. This is a really good team. Oh, they got Uros Pavic from the Bucks as well. They got Judah Mintz, former Syracuse Orange. Maybe he knows Tommy Chambers a little bit. Game number 1, New Jersey versus Miami. Miami beats us by 3. Game number 2 goes to New Jersey by 27 points. Halliburton with 29 and 15. Terry Benjamin had 9 assists. It's insane. Game number 3 goes to New Jersey. All right, we have yet to be up 2-1 in a playoff series. So I don't know how I feel about this. I mean, obviously it's a good thing, but I don't know. Maybe they're going to, okay, we're up 3-1. Just don't blow a 3-1 lead. It would be so easy not to do this. Just don't blow the 3-1 lead. We lost game 5. Don't lose game 6, please. I hate you. I hate this game. We get blown out. All right. You guys got blown out in games 5 and 6. Don't let it happen 3 times in a row. All right, here we go. Game number 7. It's in New Jersey. I'm scared. They've blown us out the last 2 games. It's looking great for us right now. We're up by 20. We're going to score like basically 80 points in the first half. Oh my God, they're coming back. We're up by 17 though. We should be fine. I think we're okay. There we go. All right, we blow them out and we're in the NBA Finals. Halliburton averaged 30 and 10. Oh my God, on elite efficiency. Conference Finals MVP. We're going up against the Utah Jazz. Artie Hurley, who was the number 1 overall pick. Pretty good rookie season. I was wrong about him. Stephon Castle, Sword Thompson. Brevin Garrett, 93 overall. Number 1 overall pick in 26. All right, still have John Collins. They got Josh Giddey, Ethan Almanza. Still have Colin Sexton. They have Igor Kloppenberg, who I'm pretty sure I saw in the NCAA rebuild we did last. Okay, that is interesting. So that's an auto-generated guy that's being reused. I didn't know 2K did that. So we ended up winning by 17 here to start off the finals. Game number 2 goes to the Generals. Could this be an easy series? Like, we've won the first 2 series in 6, conference finals in 7. We let them score 150 on us. Game number 4, don't lose this. There we go. We're up 3-1. This happened last series as well. Can we get a finals ring? All right. We ended up losing by 12 in game 5. And their best player fouled out in 18 minutes. How? Game 6. All right, we win. Let's go. We win the finals in year number 2. Halliburton 28-12, finals MVP. Clint Capella retires. Same with Bradley Beal, Fred VanVleet, Dylan Brooks, Josh Hart. So we are going to have the 32nd pick in the draft. All right, so I'm going to try to trade. I just move 32 in my second rounder for pick 16. We wanted to shed some cap here, and we're going to get a first round pick. They're going to agree to that. Number 1 pick is Carl Smith going to the Celtics. Damn, Tatum, we really wanted to stay there. He's being loyal. Number 2, the Charlotte Hornets select Arton Covington from Brazil. Looks pretty good. Number 3 is Manny Lopez Senegal out of Puerto Rico. All right. Edgar Weber out of LaSalle. Okay, a LaSalle player in the top 5. And Genhui Yi out of China goes to the Vancouver Huskies. It looks like Lopez is definitely the best guy out of that 5. We ended up taking Warren Woolridge out of, I think it was Maryland. Yeah, Maryland with the 16th overall pick, 19 years old. Terry Benjamin, we're going to pick up that team option. Steve House, I'm actually going to let him walk. Riley Kulig, hopefully now I've shed enough money this offseason to pay him and I can afford him. We also have bird rights on him. And yes, last year he wanted $29 million. This year he's expected $16 million. I love that. He wants to take that hometown discount with us, I guess. So let's lock him up on a 4-year extension worth $66 million. So I do have a mid-level exception, but I'm not going to use it. I think I have a good enough core right now. Deion Sampson is a little interesting to go after, but I'm not going to do that. Darius Garland ends up going back to the Atlanta Hawks. Taking a look at player progression, Halliburton just hit 30 years old. Maybe something to keep an eye on. Evan Mobley, 92 overall. Terry Benjamin, 87 overall. We're going to have to pay him a ton of money in 2 years for sure. Hartenstein regresses. He's probably only going to get like 10 minutes a night. So maybe next year in the draft, I'm just going to target a big man no matter where we're selecting just to have a good backup big man behind Terry Benjamin. Here's what the rotation is going to look like. Halliburton, I think we're going to do what we did last year though and have Kulig off the bench. Murray 3, Mobley 4, Benjamin 5. Peyton Watson can get like 19 minutes a night. Let's go 13 to Isaiah Hartenstein. I want to see what we can get out of Sammy Chambers and the rookie Woolridge. It's going to be like a 12-9, I guess, combo there. We brought back Terry Rozier. Peyton Watson, 19 minutes is fine. I don't think I want to play Andre Jackson that many. He can get like 24. Let's go 35 to Mobley. 36 is good there. 34 to Benjamin. Let's do 30 to Kulig, and we'll do one more to Chris Murray. This team did just win it all last year after being the 1 seed in the East, so I expect to be the 1 seed again. Shout out to Owen Taylor, who's done a good job as our head coach so far. All right, do we maybe have a dynasty cooking? We got to win at least 3 in this video to say so. We are 38-17, a game behind Devin Booker, Roberto Martinez of the Cleveland Cavaliers. Byron Sharp sounds familiar. I feel like I drafted him before. But we'll see. I don't know. The Miami Heat are the 5 seed this year. Vancouver Huskies not in the top 8 in the West. Oof, they have not had the same success as we have in this video so far. Here are the player stats with Halliburton leading the way, 23 points, 10 assists. There's Evan Mobley, who may get up to 20 by the end of the year. We'll see. Terry Benjamin hopefully can get up to 20 as well. The dude is a beast at 24 years old. Riley Kulig's averaging 18 a night. Not going to make any trades. I'm going to give Evan Mobley, I think, a 2-year extension, so we just lock him up for the remaining part of the video. I'm not going to bring back Hartenstein since he is 32 years old. And Bronny James has won MVP once again. Manny Lopez ends up being Rookie of the Year. Josh Giddey, 6th Man of the Year. Donovan Clingan, Depoy. Lambros, who was in the first draft here, ends up getting Most Improved. Back-to-back years as the 1 seed in the Eastern Conference. We're going to be going up against the Pacers in round number 1. They have IQ, Reed Shepard, AJ Griffin. Jaime Jaquez is in Indiana now. Got traded this year. Dave Newton, a big man they drafted in the 2nd round. Look at him developing pretty well. Anthony Black, Miles Turner still there. Herb Jones, Jordan Hawkins, Rui Hashimura, Ivan Jukic all off the bench. Scoring-wise, Halliburton 23-10. Mobley got into that 20-point per game club. Terry Benjamin could not get there, unfortunately. Sammy Chambers was like all right with his efficiency. Warren Woolridge was fine either. I think I'm just going to go to a 9-man rotation, something like that. We can keep 30 minutes for Kulig. Let's go 38 Halliburton, 37 Mobley, 36 Benjamin. Can we beat the Pacers in round number 1? They win game 1. All right, I'm just waiting for the 8-1 upset to happen. It's probably inevitable with 2K at this point. Halliburton has a phenomenal game 2. Game 3 goes to the Pacers by 10 points. Do not go down 3-1 because then we are screwed. Tie it up. All right, we stay alive. We beat them by 20. Because of Halliburton. And obviously, like Kulig, Mobley, and Terry Benjamin had great games as well. Game 5, it goes to the New Jersey Generals by 30. Bradley Kulig with 34 off the bench. All right, game number 6, can we get it done? Yes, we do. We end up winning by 30. Halliburton had 17 assists. And we're taking on either Toronto or Cleveland. It's going to be Toronto. All right, so Toronto has Trey, Dante DiVincenzo, Cody Williams, Scotty Barnes, Ivica Zubats. It's a good team with top-end talent. Are we able to advance to the conference finals? We are down 3-1. Why did I simulate that so quickly? It never works out. All right, maybe Mobley struggling a little bit. Benjamin, I mean, their efficiency is still pretty good. Are we going to lose in 5? That would suck. All right, we stay alive. Oh my God, we're able to beat them by 45 points. We should be able to win this series. All right, so let's see if we can win in Toronto here on the road. Game number 6. We're down by 16. Oh, that's a terrible third quarter. Can we finish strong? All right. Can we come back? Oh, we're down by 18. I don't think we're coming back. Unfortunately, we are not going to be able to win in back-to-back years as Cody Williams and the Raptors beat us in 6, and they are going to lose to the Wizards in the conference finals, and the finals is going to go to the Jazz in 7, with Stephon Castle getting finals MVP. So there goes Terry Rozier. There goes Lauri Markkanen, Ben Simmons, starting to see guys from the 2016 and 17 draft class retire. Just saw Eric Spoelstra retire. The Huskies are picking 2nd, Sixers 1st, Lakers 3rd. I think I'm going to move Peyton Watson to a small forward. I wonder if his overall goes up. It does. Okay, that's what I expected. All right, so we take Perry Banks out of Virginia here with our 1st round pick. Like I said, I wanted to take a center. So the first 5 picks were Steve Phillips from Stanford, Leon Ware out of Florida State, looks pretty good. Same with Eddie Harris out of ASU, 6'11" power forward. Philip Curtis from England, going to the Knicks. Jeffrey Watts to the Kings there, 5. Still picking in the top 5. They haven't been good really since we started this. We got Art Harrington. With the 3rd to last pick in the draft, I will sign him, but Perry Banks, I think, is going to be the backup 5. We're going to pick up the team option on Sammy Chambers, obviously on Terry Benjamin, Booker, Zion, Alex Sarr, Karl-Anthony Towns, Bilal Coulibaly, Booz Ellis are all going to be free agents. I would like to bring back Andre Jackson, 2-year deal. I mean, it doesn't hurt to bring back Isaiah Hartenstein on a minimum deal in case, like, our rookie center isn't great. Devin Booker goes back to the Cavs. Alex Sarr leaves Washington, and hey, I'll take that. Get him out of the East. He goes to the Mavericks. Zion Williamson stays with Houston. So we got Tyrese Haliburton at 94, Evan Mobley 92, Terry Benjamin 89, Peyton Watson 83, now that we changed his position. I don't think I'm going to start him over Chris Murray, though. And let's look at the rotation for the 4th season. So we have Haliburton, Riley Kulig, Chris Murray, Mobley, Benjamin. I don't think, like maybe for the playoffs we'll start Kulig, but I think for the regular season we're going to do the same thing we've done because we've been the 1 seed the last 2 years, so it's been working out. I think Perry Banks is going to get like 10 minutes a night as the backup big. I think Warren Woolridge will play a little bit as the 10th man. We also got a much older D'Angelo Russell on the team. So I may just go 25 minutes to the wings. We're going to go 35 to the front court, 36 to Haliburton. Got about 6 more minutes left, so they're just going to go to Warren Woolridge. We'll see what Sammy Chambers can do. He's already 25, so I'm going to play him more than Woolridge just because he's getting up there in age. We're 4-star balanced. And we'll see how we do this year. Hopefully we can go back to back with 1 seeds here in the Eastern Conference. Off to a great start. Terry Benjamin is most definitely him. We're going to re-sign Tyrese Haliburton here for the rest of the video, and Peyton Watson as well. And Wemby gets another MVP. Christian Brooks is your rookie of the year. He was the 21st overall pick in the 2030 draft. Roland Edwards is your 6th man of the year. Wembanyama is your depoy. Dalen Gibbs, most improved, and Bub Carrington, clutch player of the year. 3 centers and 2 guards on All-NBA first team. One guard is including Tyrese Haliburton in his age 32 season. Was an absolute beast. Terry Benjamin, All-NBA second team, 21 points, 11.5 rebounds. 5.3 assists, season 90 overall. That was the best decision I could have ever made, was trading up to draft him back in year number 1. We are the 1 seed for the 3rd straight season. We're going to be taking on the Atlanta Hawks in round number 1, who have Darius Garland and Jacoby Walter in the backcourt, Cam Whitmore and Jalen Johnson as their forwards, and KP at the 5 with DeJounte Murray off the bench. That's a pretty good team. Quentin Grimes as well off the bench with Vudor, Darius Baisley. And yeah, we had 3 20-point per game scores. Kind of a snub that Evan Mobley wasn't on an All-NBA team, obviously because of his defensive impact. Riley Kulig was a beast for us. This is per 36. So I lied there. Yeah, no, Evan Mobley finished with 19.5 points. He didn't get the 20-point per game mark. So taking on the Atlanta Hawks, game number 1 is going to go to us. We end up winning by 18. 7 assists for Terry Benjamin in game number 1. We're up 2-0, up 3-0, and we end up winning in 6. Thought it was going to be a gentleman's sweep. We let them get 2 games there. Terry Benjamin, 27 points, 12 rebounds, 5.5 assists at 26 years old, the 7'3" beast, man. Now we're taking on Toronto here in round number 2. They beat us last year. They have a very good team. I'm nervous. Game number 1 goes to the Raptors. They're really about to be our kryptonite. I thought we could have had a dynasty in the making. Game number 2 goes to the Generals by 14. Game number 3 goes to the Raptors. Damn. All right, by 17. Don't go down 3-1 because then it's over. Oh my God, it's over. We ended up losing by 4. Here we go, game number 5. Can we stay alive here in New Jersey? Either way, I kind of want to hop in and just see this team regardless, but is it going to be a close game? It may. We're up by 3 points. Oh my God, we're down by 2. I want to hop in just for fun, just to see this court and Terry Benjamin in action. Yeah, so this court is definitely interesting. Benjamin he's got 20... Wow. All right. I'm looking at his stat line, and I'm already turning it over. I may be the worst 2K player of all time. Luckily, Trae Young missed that. Also, these jerseys are very interesting. Terry Benjamin in the post, 25, 13, and 5. I don't think anybody's stopping him. He's going up with the left hand. He misses that, and he doesn't get the rebound. Great. Maybe I have hopped into a game already. I forgot. I am recording this like a little bit later than originally. Cody Williams pulls up. He's going to miss that, luckily. We got Peyton Watson kind of cherry picking. Man, he is huge out there, Terry Benjamin. All right, because you got Evan Mobley and you have him. Let's find Riley Kugo over there in the corner. That should be like a absurd offense to run because they got to play the pick and roll, either Benjamin or Mobley. They got to play the weak side guy in the big so they can't help the roller. And then that's going to set up either Peyton Watson, Riley Kulig, or Andre Jackson for a 3-ball. So we're up by 9 here. Hallie is guarding Trae. He's got A+ perimeter D right now. Doing a fantastic job. Kicks it out to Scotty Barnes. Who's going to miss that jumper? Terry Benjamin picks up his 14th rebound. Halliburton's got 26, 4, and 7. Pick and roll with Peyton Watson and Terry Benjamin. Yeah, you should probably guard Benjamin. Left hand. No good. Come on. I want to score with him. Oh, give me that block with Evan Mobley. That was filthy. I have no idea what Scotty Barnes is trying to do there, just taking up the whole shot clock. He's going to pull up. He actually got a solid look. He's going to miss that. Walker Kessler with the board. No way. Oh, what a block there from Terry Benjamin. Chris Murray, 3-ball. I was going to say 3-ball incoming. Can somebody roll to the rim? Oh, my God. Nobody literally wants to go to the rim. Here we go. They're going to double team. Terrible spacing by us. It doesn't matter. Benjamin is inside. He is so huge. All right, here we go. Game number 6. Can we beat them to force a game 7? I would love to come back down 3-1, but I feel like we maybe do here to lose again to the Raptors. Like, that would suck. We have a phenomenal second quarter, a really good third quarter. We're up by 11 with 12 minutes to go, and we just choke it. Oh, my God. Why do we have to choke it? Why do you have to suck me in, 2K? We're up by 3 with 22 seconds left, and we end up winning by 4. Oh, my God. Here we go. We're going to a Game 7. Game 7. Let's go. It's in New Jersey. Let's see if we can end up winning this. All right. They have had the lead for pretty much most of the first half. Oh, we flirted with a comeback there in the second or in the third quarter, but we're down by 14. We got to get our shit together right now if we want to have a comeback here. Down by 11, 8.5 minutes. It's possible. Down by 14, not as much. Down by 11. Down by 7 with a minute left. That would be sick. We ended up losing by 7. So they made me think I was going to come back down 3-1. Cody Williams has just owned us in the playoffs. And for the second straight year, we lose to the Raptors in the playoffs. You have the Spurs and the Raptors in the finals, the Kawhi Leonard Legacy Series, and the Spurs win in 4. Wemby got the finals MVP. All right, so maybe I should make a move here for the final season. Isaiah Hartenstein ends up retiring. There goes David Fizdale. Anthony Davis heads to the Hall of Fame. So we took Frank Singleton at number 30 out of the G League Ignite. Looks okay. Probably not the best first round pick in the world. I'm going to pick up the team option on Sammy Chambers, Warren Woolridge, and Art Harrington. We're going to obviously extend Terry Benjamin the qualifying offer. And I'm going to make this trade with the Denver Nuggets. I'm giving them Andre Jackson, Sammy Chambers, a recent first-round pick from us, our first-round pick next year, and Frank Singleton, who we just drafted in the first round in exchange for Corey Roy, who could play for us. Honestly, he was a good three-point shooter last year. But I'm getting Taylor Hendricks, who could provide us some good big man depth. And if I have a mid-level exception, I will use it. Obviously, we're going to pay Benjamin a ton of money, and it looks like I do. So I was thinking about going after a shooting guard. Johnny Davis looks pretty good. I mean, we have Halliburton, we have Corey Roy, we have Kulig. I don't know if I trust Woodridge. We have enough small forwards, power forwards. Benjamin will be the 5. So, I mean, I could look at one of these centers, but it wouldn't really make a lot of sense. So, Johnny Davis, let's offer you a 2-year deal, and we're going to get him. And Terry Benjamin is going to accept a 5-year, $216 million extension from us. All right, play progression, Halliburton 94, Mobley 92, maybe Benjamin did peak. I don't know. It says he's a 90 in the top left, so I'm going to take that. All right, so I'm going to start Riley Kulig this year. We could look for an upgrade at the 3, but Chris Murray has been a really good 3-and-D piece for us. We're going to have Taylor Hendricks. We're going to have like Peyton Watson off the bench. Johnny Davis is going to be there. And then I'm probably going to go to Perry Banks over like maybe Corey Roy. Like they're each going to get, I think, like 10 minutes a night. Something like that we can rock with. We'll go 34 to the front court, 27 to Murray, 28 to Kulig, and then we'll do I want to say like Kool-Aid when I say his name, but then we'll do 36 to Halliburton. System proficiency, 4.5-star balance. Final year of the video. Let's go out on a good note. We are 47-4 at the trade deadline. Yeah, you heard that right. 47-4. Watch us still losing round 2 to the Raptors. We have the highest points per game in the Eastern Conference, and which would be 4 higher than the Timberwolves. Defensively, oh my God, it's historic. It's an historic level defense. 47-4 with the Twin Towers of Evan Mobley and Terry Benjamin. Halliburton's averaging 23-11. Yeah, I don't think I need to make any moves at this deadline. Are we finally going to get an MVP? We have 1-3-4 right now in the rankings. That's pretty cool, and I hope we're going to get Coach of the Year. And Tyrese Halliburton takes home MVP of the 2033 season. The Lakers had the Rookie of the Year, Brian Love, who was the #1 overall pick. Horace Rush was your 6th Man of the Year. I think we drafted him, the same year. He went a couple picks after Terry Benjamin did. Ron Holland deploy, so they go from Wemby to Holland. Craig Wells, Most Improved. Luka, Clutch Player of the Year in Golden State. And we went 74-8. That is the record. It's the record. We got Halliburton on All-NBA first team, where, we should get 2 guys, at least 3 on All-NBA first team. We don't get, what? We had 3 guys top 5 in MVP, and we only ended up getting 1 on All-NBA first team. That is whack. Bobby Clinton was here, though, which is kind of interesting. So we are going to be taking on the Detroit Pistons, who still have Cade. Now they have Jacoby Walter. We have in Atlanta, they got Josh Green. Jin Yang from China, he was the 11th overall pick in 25. Naz Reid, Anthony Black, Brett Castro, Charles Webb, Yunglong Wang, and Guy Flowers. All right, man, this hopefully could be the year. We just win 2 titles in this video. I felt we could have won more, but it'd be nice to go out on a good note just to win this. Let's sweep them. Good start to the playoffs. Love that. We just swept the Pistons. Unfortunately, the Raptors didn't make the playoffs, so I'm not going to be able to chance to get revenge on them. You had the Heat, though, beat the Sixers there to advance in 7 games. Now we're taking on the Cavs here, who have Devin Booker, Cam Thomas, Alfred Hunt, Yuvos Pavic, Byron Sharp. That's a good team. They could definitely beat us. That's a deep team. I'm kind of nervous. Are we going to be able to beat them in advance? We are up 3-2, do not go to a game 7. All right, we wanted 6. We dropped 149 on them in game 6, but that was scary. I'll take it, though. The big 3 all averaging 20.8 points. Taking on the Heat here in the conference finals. I think we should be fine. Game 1 goes to the Generals. Game 2 goes to the Generals. 3 to the Heat. 4 to the Generals. Let's not blow a 3-1 lead. And we are back in the NBA Finals. Amen Thompson, a Western Conference Finals MVP, and he averaged 7.5 points, 8.5 rebounds, and 8 assists a night, and shot 32% from the field. Okay. And let's see, can we do it? Can we win the finals here in 2033 and get 2 in this video? That's 2 down, 3 down. Gentlemen, sweep to end it off. There we go. We won in 5, and Tyrese Halliburton wins MVP and Finals MVP in the same season. So that is going to be it for me. I hope you guys did enjoy. We ended up drafting a future Hall of Famer in Terry Benjamin. We signed Evan Mobley in the first offseason. We signed Tyrese Halliburton a year later. We drafted Riley Kulig as well from the expansion draft. Same as Peyton Watson. He's still here. Chris Murray we drafted. And then we drafted pretty much almost everybody else in the actual draft. And then we got Taylor Hendricks in a trade. He was a beast for us in the playoffs. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy. I hope you liked that idea. And drop a thumbs up if you did. I love you guys, and I'll catch you all on the next one. Peace.